Hello, is Bob there?
Speaking.
Hey, Bob, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on East Main Street. How are you doing?
Fine.
You had entered this on my website saying that you were interested in selling that property. Is that correct?
I am. I'm just very skeptical of offers like this, though.
Okay. Well, what are you skeptical of?
People offering to pay cash for something sight unseen and just from a brief survey kind of thing.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, we haven't even started the process yet. I mean, it's not unseen. I mean, we're gonna come see the property. So it's not like we're just never gonna see the property and just send you money.
Yeah, that's how it came across on the website.
Well, I mean, the offer can be sight unseen, but I mean, I'm gonna ask you some questions and get some idea about the property. I mean, but yeah. So what's got you looking to sell the property?
I'd like to retire, and I can't afford it once I retire.
Understood. Alrighty. Did you have an idea of how much you wanted to get for the property?
Around 300.
Okay. And it's 3126 square feet. Is that right?
That's correct.
What's the condition of the property like?
It's nicely landscaped, got a pool, gazebo in the grounds. The house has had some renovations done in the past decade. I mean, it is an old property, an old house.
Right.
I don't know if I mentioned that, but it was built in 1860. But it's the first floor is essentially all new.
Gotcha.
I mean, obviously, it's an older house. It's going to show a little wear, but it's quite habitable. Quite a beautiful place.
Yeah, as I was going to say, just looking at the picture, I mean, it's a beautiful property. It's huge, but it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Scrolling through, I don't know when these pictures are from. Let's see.
I don't know what pictures you're looking at, so I couldn't tell you.
It's pictures, I guess, from the listing from 2019.
Well, that would give you an approximate date.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let me look around the area here real quick. So while I'm doing that, what makes you skeptical about people making offers on properties from like you reaching out?
Well, like I said, it's just something that doesn't seem logical, I suppose. It would be great if it could happen, but I'm just naturally skeptical of things that seem too good to be true.
I gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, it's what we do for a living. So, I mean, it's pretty easy for us because it's we base it off of age of house, information that's provided to us, property values within certain parameters of the house. So for you, I mean, it's pretty easy. I can pull up comps and within a half-mile radius, I get a good solid amount of similar square footage, similar age. I don't get similar lot size. You have more acreage than the majority of your neighbors. But then from there, it's just as simple as, hey, let me look at the picture, see what it looks like. And then everything is from that point on just kind of based off of numbers of square footage. So it can be pretty simple as long as, the person on the other end of the phone is forthcoming with information and honest, but if they're not honest, then they just waste both of our time. And we go out there, we take a look and say, hey, you weren't honest. So we're not going to buy your house. Does your house have any additions, or was that how it was originally built?
What I know is just basically what I read through the very thick title deed booklet.
Right.
Had an initial section, I cannot tell you which because I'm not certain, that was built back in 1860, and then it had several sections apparently added to it. But again, I cannot tell you which because I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, taking a look at it, I would think in order to get 300,000.
Do you think what?
I said in order to get 300,000, I think probably your best route would be to list with a realtor. To be honest with you, you've got a couple of comps in the area that are a little bit more. There's a really good comp on Front Street that sold for like 355. That's similar to your house, but it is very remodeled on the inside.
I think I heard about that one.
Yeah. So like to us, that's probably the best. The house has a little bit more square footage, but it has less lot. So those kind of even themselves out a little bit.
They don't have a pool.
What's that?
And they don't have a pool.
Correct. So maybe your house could be worth a little bit more if it was fixed up. But even if I said I pushed it all the way to 400,000, if it was remodeled, I'm probably still going to be like in the low twos, just from an investment standpoint. I think if you were to list it on the open market, though, I think you could get pretty close to 300,000 based off of what I'm seeing in the area. So I think you could get more by listing it, unless there was just some reason as to why you don't want to list it. But it sounds to me like it's very important to you to get as much as you possibly can. And if that's the case, I think that's the best part about that is to list it with a realtor.
Let me give you a little bit more information. The fact is, again, I just told you I cannot, retire until I sold the house.
Right.
It's just going to be more than I will be bringing in with retirement. In any case, it's fine now, except I'm also supporting 2 homes because I'm not living in the area right now. So that's costly, which is why I want to do it quickly. But
Gotcha.
I just basically want to make a reasonable profit for my investment. And, 300 is just sort of a starting point. A thought, basically, based upon basically the same market research you've been doing. And so, I am very flexible, even if it's, obviously in the 200s, that's very reasonable. Now, what I would like to consider, this sounds like you just buy these, fix them up more, and then sell them for a profit, I assume?
Correct.
What I would like is, per your suggestion of trying a realtor, to get a little bit more out of it, go that route initially, and if it doesn't sell in a short while, again, because I have a bit of a timeline I've got to make in order to, not go broke paying for 2 places, then I can get back in touch with you and we can then negotiate at that point.
Let me ask you a question. You have a mortgage on this, correct?
I do.
How much do you owe on the mortgage?
It's 137. Obviously, it would
Okay.
much more than that.
Well, yeah, the reason why I was hey, that's good for you. I was hoping it was more, because if it wasn't a whole lot difference, then one of the ways that we could do it is I take over that mortgage and then just write you a check for your takeaway cash, which is a lot easier. And we can usually pay more for properties, but because you have so much equity, I mean, it wouldn't make sense for me to write you a check for like 120 grand. You know, I might as well just buy the whole thing at that point, you know? So that's good for you, not good for my idea. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem, Bob, with you, you know, testing the waters out. And if it doesn't work, you know, giving us a call and seeing what we can do at that point. But that's what I was going to say. I would probably be in the low 200s. That's probably where I would come in.
And I would be open to that. So that's, you know, I'm almost tempted right this second, except I don't want to just jump, as it were.
I don't want you to be honest. Like, just being honest with you, like, I mean, what I could do for you is, I mean, like, essentially you're trying to avoid making another mortgage payment next month, right?
Well, that'd be nice, but let me tell you one more thing. There is still a little bit of interior work that's being done currently to make things more saleable and so on. We had a little bit of a water issue a little bit ago, and so we are having that stuff renovated right now. The problem is it won't. I just got off the phone with the contractors just a moment ago. They're not looking to finish it till sometime in August. So I'm not probably going to be able to put it on the market until that's done. So in any case, I'm just, again, being very forthright.
Right.
It will be completely ready, completely done, totally inspected. I mean, I should say certified for any kind of mold issues and that sort of thing, you know. So it'll be totally habitable, obviously, and I live in it on the weekends now anyway. But the point is, again, being fully 100% forthright, but it will be completely ready by sometime in August for anyone to move in at that point, or to, you know, just buy it, whatever you ought to do with it.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, do you want me to see if I can, in the meantime, potentially come in a little bit higher and get closer to 300 and see if we can just get this done before? Honestly, it's like, if I were to buy it, I'd almost tell you, like, hey, just stop the work, you know? So it's like, because I'm going to come in and do my own work.
That would be interesting. I would be,
because, like,
probably not to.
Because right now they're working on it, and they're going to take it until August. What all are they doing?
They have to rebuild a small portion of one of the bedroom ceilings and some of the walls. There was a water leak in one of the bathrooms, and they just have to take care of that.
Gotcha. Huh. Are they out there working every single day?
But they're working frequently. I can't say every day.
Right. I gotcha. Well, this feels like it's kind of a reverse scenario. Normally, it would be like, hey, it's not a good fit for the investor. Why don't you go ahead and list it so you can get more? But now it's like, well, you're going to have to wait to list it.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, instead of just doing nothing while you're waiting, I guess I could send people out there to kind of look at it, get me numbers, on what it would cost, and then I could firm up my offer number to you. So that way you're not just sitting and making an August payment, or probably making a July payment, then an August payment, and then potentially even a September payment. I mean, you're going the realtor route, you're staring at a minimum of probably 3 more mortgage payments at least.
I agree. I mean, I, of course, already paid the July, but there's still August and probably September come out.
And when you look at the days on market of the active properties, it's 46, 54, 72, 32, 75, 145, and the pending was 36. So you're looking at probably another 60 to 70 days there. So say 2 more payments and then another 3. You're probably staring at 5 payments to sell on the market.
Yeah.
That's
understood. That's why I'm very considering going your route.
Yeah. Okay.
It's what interested me in when I saw your website.
So that's what I was saying. Like, my suggestion would be to list with the realtor unless there's some need, as the way you sell it, need to sell fast. And then it's like, well, now my mind's kind of shifting and going, yeah, I mean, if you just need to be done, and if you say you sell this and you could walk away with, you said you're at like 130, say you could walk away with like $90,000 to $100,000.
That would be fine.
Right.
That would be most acceptable.
Gotcha. Now I'm starting to understand. So what I need to, if I had people to send over there to go look at it, is there access availability? Like, is there a lockbox that they could go view the property and stuff?
There is a lockbox. FYI, when I had sent in the survey thing to you guys last week, I did not have a realtor.
Gotcha.
I still have not signed a contract with a realtor, but I did meet with one last night, and she put a lockbox on one of the doors so that there is a key available, but I don't know how to convey that to you unless you have some way of conveying through them.
Is it one of those fancy realtor lockboxes?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cell phone and all that.
Well, I could also send people over there when your contractors are working too.
That is true, and also I have a friend who comes down a couple times a week to take care of things like taking trash out and whatever.
And we could totally arrange it to when they're going to be there as well.
Right. I'm going to be unavailable. I mean, by phone I can obviously talk, but I won't be able to get to the house at all in the next 2 weeks after Thursday this week because I'm going on a vacation.
Where are you going?
Tennessee.
I just came back from Tennessee. My son had a travel hockey tournament in Nashville. That was the first time I've ever spent time in Nashville. It was a pretty cool city.
We're headed.
There you go. We went down to Broadway Street, where the Bridgestone Arena, where the Predators play hockey, and walked up and down there. Man, Saturday afternoon, every single restaurant had live music playing, so it was a lot of fun.
Yes, the contractors are frequently there, but I couldn't tell you exactly when. My son also lives in the general area. He's about 20 minutes away or so, 15 minutes. But if you have a time that you can have someone there, I can try and get him to go there. He's not very reliable.
Understood. So let's figure out how we want to do this, because normally the way that we do things is I say, here's my price. You sign a contract. I go out there, I view the property, and I say, yep, we're good. We close 30 days later. Or I say, hey, I can't do that based off my walkthrough. Here's the new price I need to be at. And you say, okay, I can do that. Or no, I can't do that. And we separate or we close. So,
That's very cool.
so how do you want to do this? Preferably, what I would say is we come up with a number. Say in this case, like you're at 130 on the loan. I say, let's say it's 230. So that way the number that we're starting with gives you $100,000 in your pocket.
It's actually 137 still on the loan.
Okay. So 237. So let's just start there where you're walking away with $100,000. So
And I would love to do that.
that gives me the ability to go out there, walk the property, see what I can do. And then when I come back and say, I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to come back and say I need to be less than that. I'm fairly certain, but I'm just letting you know that up front. I'm not going to try to poke you in the eyeballs. I'm just going to make it what I need it to be. And then you can say, yeah, let's do it, or no. And I should have that answer to you probably in 10, 14 days, which you weren't going to do anything during those 10 to 14 days anyways, besides wait on your contractor. So it doesn't hurt you at all. And no one knows that you're going under contract. It's not like listed on the MLS where everyone knows that you went under contract. No one knows except for me and you,
Right.
So
yeah, the only issue with the contractors is the insurance is being involved to pay to cover this stuff.
Right.
And all that. So obviously, I can send them back what's not used or whatever, but it would be wasteful.
Realistically, that's your money to keep. So as long as the money that they gave you up front, the depreciation, you only receive that once you do the work. So what they gave you right now is supposed to go to that. But if I come along and I buy the house and you didn't complete the work, you're just canceling that policy anyways, and it's just your money to keep. So you definitely did not send it back to the insurance company. They got plenty. Okay.
It sounds like they wanted it back because they said they wanted receipts of everything that was done, and therefore.
But that's the how much money did they hold back from you?
Well, again, there's in two phases. I had some work done earlier, and they already covered that. But then there's the next one, and I don't have a full estimate for that yet.
Gotcha.
So I don't have it from the insurance company yet.
I gotcha.
That will probably no sooner than next week.
Well, we can figure that out. That's not a big deal. We deal with that too. I mean, it's like it's all the same to me. I mean, at the end of the day, we can figure out if whatever needs to happen there. So, all right, Bob. Well, I've got your email.
Can I get your name and your company name again? I don't remember.
Yes, sir. So my name is RJ Bates. That's Bates.
All right.
And my company is Titanium Investments.
Okay. And this number that is on my phone is good to get you if I need to?
Yes, sir. So this is the office line. So when you call in, you can just ask for me.
Okay. Great. Yes, I think this would be an ideal situation for me.
Agreed. Now that I have a full grasp as to what's going on and kind of the magnitude of the situation, I think this could be a good fit. Prior to that, it was kind of like, listen, man, you've got a beautiful house. Like, go get your money. It's like, okay, there's a little bit of distress factor there with what's going on with the rehab with the house, and it's going to elongate the process. Yeah, looking at 5-6 mortgage payments, and you have 2 mortgage payments, I think, yeah, this fits a little bit better for my situation where I come in. So yeah, let me see if I can help you out there, and I'll get that contract sent over to you here today. Okay, Bob?
Excellent.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.